first time I went through the climate challenge, I realized 2% of my pension was with BP and Shell. 1% was in British American tobacco. 1% was in gambling. These are just things I'd never choose to invest in. And I didn't even know my money was going there. And yet every month, some of my pension had been going to these businesses. And then the other challenge was to look at where our banks were lending money. And I realized, look after my bills. Our bank was Lloyd's. Lloyd's have invested over £1 billion a year into fossil fuels since 2016. So since the Paris Agreement, they've been putting over £1 billion into fossil fuels. And by having an account with Lloyd's, we were part of that issue. And so that's where we really started researching in terms of banks and pensions and what it meant for the carbon footprints of businesses and individuals. And the results were shocking. We found that for most businesses, the biggest source of emissions is from where they keep their cash. And that's because of where your bank is lending money. The UK's big five banks, the sort of traditional big five, which is Barclays, HSBC, Lloyds, NatWest, and Santander, and their affiliated brands like First Direct for HSBC and RBS for NatWest, well, they've put £27 billion into oil and gas in 2022. We're going to get the 2023 figure in just a couple of months when the next results are released. But £27 billion in just 1 year into oil and gas from just 5 businesses. And the world's 60 biggest banks, which includes these 5, have put 50 times more into fossil fuel expansion than the fossil fuel companies themselves. To put that another way, for every pound that BP and Shell put to fossil fuel expansion, so not their renewable projects, not just keeping the business going, expanding their fossil fuel activities, for every pound that BP and Shell put there, there were 60 biggest banks are putting £50. So in short, money is the oxygen that keeps fossil fuel burning. And this feeds into the overall carbon footprint of a company.